How are you going to multiply these two binomials together, x plus 5 and 2x plus 3? Well, first of all, before we start, let's recall what are binomials. So a binomial is simply a polynomial that just contains two terms. So if you look at the first set of brackets over here, you'll notice that these brackets are containing a polynomial that has exactly two terms, x and 5. Therefore, these sets of brackets are containing a binomial. Now, if you look at the second set of brackets, you'll also notice that they contain a polynomial that also has just two terms, 2x and 3. Therefore, the second set of brackets is also containing a binomial. So we have a binomial multiplied by a binomial. Now, how are you going to perform this operation? How are you going to multiply these binomials together? Well, there is a very easy rule to remember how to multiply binomials together, and it's called FOIL. F-O-I-L. FOIL. Now, what does the F in FOIL stand for? F stands for first. Well, the first of what? Well, the first of the terms in each of the binomials. So if x plus 5 is your first binomial, the first term in x plus 5 is just x, and if 2x plus 3 is your second binomial, well then the first term in 2x plus 3 is 2x. So you're going to want to multiply this x by this 2x. So let's do that here. X times 2x. And to this, you're going to want to add the outer terms. What are the outer terms in this expression? Well, the outer terms are those that are most to the outside of this expression. So what is the term most to the outside, most to the left of this expression? X. And on the right-hand side, what is the term that is most to the outside of this expression? 3. So you're going to want to multiply this x by this 3. X times 3. And to this, you're going to want to add the inner terms. What are the inner terms in this expression? Well, if x plus 3 were the outer terms, the inner terms are going to be the ones that are closest to the center, 5 and 2x. So you're going to want to multiply these two terms together. 5 times 2x. And finally, to these terms, you're going to want to add the last terms, the multiplication, or rather the product of the last terms. What are the last terms? Well, the last terms are those terms that are the last terms in each of these binomials. So if x plus 5 is the first binomial, 5 is the last term in that binomial. And if 2x plus 3 is the second binomial, then 3 is the last term in that binomial. So you want to multiply this 5 by this 3. 5 times 3. Now let's perform this multiplication. So let's perform the multiplication inside every one of these terms. X times 2x is simply equal to 2x squared. Plus x times 3, well, you can rearrange this to just 3 times x, or simply 3x. In mathematics, it's always customary to put the number before the variable. Now here you have 5 times 2x, so plus the result of 5 times 2x. 5 times 2 is just equal to 10x. And to this, you're just going to want to multiply 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is just equal to 15. Now, in the end here, all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to combine all the like terms together. So, which terms here are like? Well, there are no other terms that have x squared except the 2x term, 2x squared term, so this term cannot be combined with any of the remaining terms. What about terms that contain just an x, so something multiplied by x? Well, you have this 3x, and you also have this 10x term, so these two terms are like, so you can combine these together. And then 15 you can't combine it with anything else because all these other terms contain x's. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's combine these terms. So you're going to have 2x squared plus, now recall we're combining these two terms together, the 3x and the 10x. So 3x plus 10x is just equal to 13x. So 13x. And then we're going to have plus just this 15 term. And that's your final answer.